Sad fact, you'll never have a relationship like this. This moment right here is about to create a whole new era of problems for everyone. And I'm literally over trying to figure out what's gonna happen next because, oh hey, it's gonna be a shit show. So, let's grab a popcorn and just watch as this shit hits the fan. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more Yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my social media at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more Yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this episode will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 68, 69, and 70 of Yours to Claim. Let's all get something straight here. We all know that Cain is a rebound. And it breaks my heart because Jooin is annoying, indecisive, but is really going to hurt Cain. I'm thinking when Cain's gonna go back to his country, that's when Jooin is really gonna flip back to Yaoi. And, Cain should really just leave Jooin alone. Let's be realistic. Jooin doesn't love Cain. He will only hurt Cain. And I really just hope that Cain doesn't become Jooin's dog because he's just going to be Yaoi's replacement. So Jooin really doesn't deserve the sweet Cain. So just come to mama. Cain, darling, listen to me. You can have me leave Jooin and Yaoi alone. I know you like Jooin, but trust me, it's only gonna create more problems. He is so self-aware. Cain is so self-aware that he will be the one that's gonna get hurt through all of this. But he's okay with it. At this point, every character in this series is gonna seek therapy. What we are witnessing is 3 people who are hurting. So, I'm just gonna start it off here. Let's not victim blame. Anyway, Cain, let's start with him. We all know that the whole Team Yaoi and Team Cain are fighting right now. But let's remember, they are all hurting. Jooin is suffering so much, Yaoi is hurting, and also Cain. I feel like Cain is going to get unnecessary hurt though. Because, for obvious reasons, Yaoi and Jooin have genuine, very strong feelings towards one another. And Cain butting in would just freak up things between them and just get Cain, hurt in the process. They are both going to regret this so much. Cain and Jooin is what I mean. Because it doesn't seem like Jooin is into it at all. Look at all of his facial expression. Both of them are just using each other. Jooin is so stoic and expressionless, and Cain is already self-reflecting through this whole thing and admits that he knew that Jooin wouldn't say no to him because Jooin just feels bad for Cain, and he basically used that knowledge knowingly. Now, to Yaoi. Just to let everyone know, I am Team Yaoi. But I understand that Yaoi right now is toxic. So I know I'm not in a good place to be supporting this guy. But in his defense though, he needs someone. He liked Jooin for more than 2 decades now. He confuses his feelings because he hasn't received love for a long time. Plus, his grandfather's teaching is a little bit effed up. Cain is really sweet and supportive, but he is a pushover. And I think Cain is also good at using people. While Cain really does love Jooin, he will end up hurt a lot more because Jooin is in love with Yaoi. And Jooin doesn't love Yaoi well enough right now to understand that what he has been through, you know, this is really the best that Yaoi can show his love. And Jooin hasn't realized it yet that this is really just his own way of showing, you know, Yaoi's love. And despite not knowing how, Yaoi really does his best to learn as he goes. As well for Cain, you know, I really don't hate Cain. Not at all, don't get me wrong. I love the guy too. But what I really don't like about Cain right now is he's really just interfering with the relationship that Jooin and Yaoi could have. And of course, at the expense of those who really are in love, right? And it's just his own self-gratification. So yeah, in a nutshell, I'm very frustrated with Jooin and Cain's behavior in these 3 chapters. And I feel bad for Yaoi. I understand that it's not good what Yaoi did. But we all know that what Yaoi feels for Jooin is really genuine. It's just he doesn't know how to show it, right? Now to Jooin. I have to put myself in his shoes. He has given Yaoi a lot of chances to explain himself. And yeah, I understand that Jooin was treated like shit for such a long time. And yeah, Yaoi saying I like you just so that Jooin would shut up. Then when it's time to solve things, you know, Yaoi would hit him even after knowing that it's his fault. I know it's really hard for Yaoi too. And yeah, he shouldn't have hit him after treating him like that for such a long time. But, you know, what would you do if you were in both of their shoes? In Jooin's shoes and in Yaoi's shoes. One guy doesn't know how to express his affections, and one guy is tiptoeing his feelings through this whole thing. So, yeah, Jooin is bad at speaking for himself and takes the abuse and let people use him. I understand that both the Jooin and Cain and Jooin and Yaoi aren't really good ships right now, to be honest. And don't get me started with the Cain Yaoi ship, because that is delusional as F. Because let's be realistic, Cain and Yaoi hate each other, for fuck's sake. Like, come on. Best would be for the 3 of them to go their separate ways. I would prefer if Cain would just go back to his country and Yaoi and Jooin take some time off and work on themselves rather than starting a relationship. We might also have to wait until we have more about Jooin's past events, some sort of revelation about his past. Knowing him, he will feel guilty and feel sorry for Yaoi big time. And it's going to be a headache. And this is why I say Cain and Yaoi need to give Jooin space so he can relax and think things healthy, because Jooin isn't thinking healthy right now. He's not himself. which was the result of him not even, you know, hearing what Yaoi was really trying to tell him, and overthinking everything at the spot, which just seems like, yeah, it kind of seems like he was egging on Yaoi. But when in real, that was the moment he was thinking and analyzing on the spot, because man, this MF never has the time to do it between these two people. Like, my god, it's too much going on with the whole Cain and Yaoi ships going on. I really do think that Jooin needs to figure out all of his issues with Yaoi. Doesn't need to be with Cain. And honestly, I really don't like Jooin with Cain, because again, I am a team Yaoi, but I don't think they should start the relationship right now. I know that Jooin has been through a lot, but it's because also Jooin has misinterpreted Yaoi's emotionless for uncaringness. But that is not true. You know, Yaoi believes in his own take on the matter. Yaoi, on the other hand, really is trying to understand Jooin. Actually wants, but he wasn't able to give, you know, at the moment that Jooin asked for it. Even though in reality, Yaoi wants Jooin like crazy. You know, right now, Jooin is basically blaming Yaoi for his lack of emotions. And yeah, I understand that Jooin was treated poorly. And yeah, it is unfair when you look back through all of it. But Jooin literally brought this whole unhappiness with Yaoi upon himself, because he just refuses to understand who Yaoi really is. In a nutshell, Jooin needs to understand that love goes both ways. You cannot just receive love. Given affection and appreciation is also part and parcel to the happiness that Jooin deserves. But all he acted on is one thing: what's best for himself. But Cain is also going to suffer in the end. I am Team Yaoi, but Cain also deserves someone who truly loves him. What was that? What was it again on my thought? Yeah, I can't remember what was on my train of thought. But anyway, I think right now, all three of them are wrong. All three of them therapy after this. I really think that all the fans should stop fighting, because I don't think any one of us knows where this whole story is gonna go. Though I am going to speak my mind and say, if this is a typical Yaoi trope, I think that Jooin would fall back in love with Yaoi. As bad as everything has happened through the series, once he finds out what happened to Yaoi, knowing Jooin's personality, he's gonna forgive everything that Yaoi did. He's gonna come back to Yaoi, and Cain will just have that small bits of happiness when he was with Jooin for a short period of time, and then Yaoi and Jooin will be happy together, and Cain will move on with his life. So it's gonna be kind of like a love or hate series kind of thing. But anyway, I really wish that people would just stop fighting about it right now. And we know that this is gonna be a happy ending. It might not be the ship that you're hoping for. And I know like everyone is really hoping for their ship. We really don't know right now. Because right now, team Cain is winning. So my team is losing. But we don't know. This 3 is gonna need a lot of therapy at the end of this whole thing. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me in my Discord channel. I'd love to hear back from you, and please consider supporting the show by donating as little as 99 cents through www.zealedfujoshi.xyz. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.